Welcome to Good Mythical More. Let me tell you, you have chosen a great video to click on. This one. We're gonna hang out with you. We're gonna hang out with some crew members. We have hacked into their notes apps, and now we're gonna match them up to their weirdest ones. That's right, we read all your notes apps. Notes.
But first, let's give some money, y'all. Let's donate $1,000 to the National Immigration Law Center to aid in their mission to defend and advance the rights and opportunities of low-income immigrants and their family members. NILC engages in policy analysis, litigation, education, and advocacy to achieve their goals. Please join us in giving at nilc.org/donate. Thank you.
NILC.
Being your mythical vet.
Yes, y'all come on in here. Don't be afraid. Thank you for subjecting yourself to this exercise.
You're welcome.
Too late to turn back.
Oh, yeah.
Too late to turn back now. All right. So, you guys really got to scrunch. Yep, scrunch. Don't be shy. There we go.
Look at that. Look at that crew.
Doing pretty good. How are y'all doing?
Look at that crew.
Good.
You ready to have your notes?
Dwyer's doing good. Jesse
I
took
forgot
a...
I was on this. I was in the middle of building something.
Oh,
and,
so you're thinking about like some glue that's drying right now.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I gotta get back to that.
Yeah.
Sorry, we're pulling you away from your day job.
Worth it.
Yeah, I was like, how are you feeling? She was like, Jesse. All right, maybe you're the first one. Notes app. Is the date part of it? August 30th, 1:32 a.m.? Or is that made up, that part? Is that a clue?
Yeah, we fictionalized the dates and times.
I mean,
Is that, Are you being sarcastic?
Well, you know what? Now I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah, Stevie was being sarcastic. It's all real.
Okay. All right, so 1:32 in the morning. Reality show where you blind date based on stool samples. Well, I mean, why would anyone besides Megan be working on this in the wee hours of the morning? This is a writerly thing. It's a writer's room. It's a writer's room mindset.
Reality TV.
Yeah, we don't do reality TV here. But who else could it be?
Well,
1:30 in the morning, Taylor's not sitting there thinking about reality shows.
You don't know. Every one of these people works at an entertainment company.
That's right.
Constantly thinking about entertaining ideas.
You're telling me they write notes down that don't benefit us?
Yep. Yep. Mm-hmm.
Well, we got to put a stop to that, y'all.
But if that was done on a mythical computer, we own the idea. I'm just kidding.
Are you being sarcastic?
Settle down.
Some files.
This actually is a good idea because you can learn a lot from your stool.
Love it for stool.
Yep. In fact, you can take stool from somebody else and put it in somebody else, and it like changes their whole gut biome.
You're nodding yes to that.
Yeah, that's right. I got you. Give it
Not on
to
a first
Jesse.
date. We usually put stool in, date 3, I think.
My goodness.
I'm being sarcastic.
Yeah. This person's on 5G. Interesting. Okay, hey, come down to earth with the rest of us. We're still on LTE over here.
I thought LTE was better, actually.
5G's better.
Yeah. You kind of ruined my joke there, Link. Yeah.
It's just a fact.
Your joke was done.
Yeah, understanding.
You got the laugh.
Understanding
but
the
I actually
frequencies is actually,
I actually wanted to know.
Thinking the joke's funny,
So 5G is the best?
5G is the best we got right now. Yeah.
Did not know that.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I mean, part of
Well,
Come on.
not
come
to
on.
make myself a suspect, but it's supposed to be faster, but it's the same thing as like 5G on like your Wi-Fi network, where it can go faster, but it's not over a longer distance.
It's shortwave.
So you need more 5G antennas for it to really work consistently well, but it is faster.
Yeah.
That's why they implant them in us.
Exactly.
You meaning us?
All of us. We're all being taken over by 5G.
Well, first of all,
Not me. I'm only on LTE, and I thought I was faster as a result.
you're not choosing though. It's just choosing for you, right?
But yeah, I wouldn't be happy when it went to 5G. I'd be like, when is it going to go back to LTE?
Do you go on the internet?
I just don't care.
Yeah, the numbers have been going up for a while though, and LTE has always been there, but the numbers keep on the G's keep going up.
I didn't know that.
And now people think that the 5G is like, you know, like government's like getting stuff in your brain.
Read the note.
Oh, now okay, I'm exposing you, so you want me to stop?
I'm fine with being exposed.
April 25th, 2015. Wow, where were you on April 25th at 2015? 11:24 a.m. Well, this person was making a list called Things.
Thing. Okay.
Micronations. Genocides. Female architects. That's it. I mean, there is a spot for another one, but that's as far as they got.
What kind of things are these? Micronations, genocide,
Well, they're
and
all
female
things.
architects?
They're all things. Yeah.
Yeah, there are things.
There are things that you can be interested in.
Micronations.
I gotta say, when you get to genocides and female architects, you wouldn't be like, do you feel the same about both of those? Because that's a problem. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hate genocides and female architects and micronations while I'm at it. Things I hated in 2015. Since then, I've changed my worldview.
Are you leaning anywhere with this?
Well, you know what? Oh, I was going to say this person had 5G in 2015, but then I realized that no, this is just an old note. See, that's funny to us. Look, we get that because 5G is pretty recent. You know? Yeah, 2015, we were 3G. Maybe if we were lucky. Oh man, Taylor.
Taylor, you're a silly goose.
What you thinking? Was this like potential next tattoo? Female architect.
That's cool.
Genocide. Full genocide arm sleeve.
Don't do it, Taylor. I mean, I hope you didn't.
Well, it was 2015, so I think you'd probably see one of them at this point. Right?
You got any female architects? You got any micronations?
Well, no.
Okay. I mean, I got nothing better than to get this. That's all I got.
Okay, let's see what we got here. Well, this one has a post-it note on the front.
What? What's that say?
April 17th. Today the milk goes bad. April 17th.
April 17th, that's the day that Michelle died. That's the day that Michelle was murdered right here in front of us.
Why is it on this note card?
Listen,
This is another clue in our
gonna-
investigation.
we're going to
which is
find
ongoing.
Michelle's killer. You know what? You're not going to get away with it.
And we're going to bring that murderer or murderers, I don't know, to justice.
Yeah.
I just put that in the evidence pot.
Yeah, and just knock the note right out of your hand.
I don't. My hands don't know what the other one's doing.
Yeah, you've been getting too much 5G.
Okay. November 28th, 2022. And so this is the last Thanksgiving break, give or take. So this person's on vacation. 7:11 p.m. Things that don't make sense. Brace yourself for about 9 things. Things that don't make sense.
Female architects.
Genocide. No. The nickname Dick. Bluetooth. Bluetooth. Somebody who didn't know about the 5G. Space and planets. Glass? Question mark.
Things that don't make sense.
Fish. Cameras. Babies. Erasers. Pools on boats. Yes.
Yep, right, because you're already in the water.
Candles, comma, where does the wax go?
That's a great question.
That's a great question.
Where's the wax go?
It combusts.
It goes in the air.
It goes into this cloud, the smoke clouds. See, Jesse knows. That's why this isn't Jesse. And finally, that cookie icing that like hardens. I mean, we gave you the short silly goose list, and now I got to give you the long silly goose list.
And listen, I don't want to make any assumptions about anybody's recreational activities.
And I'm gonna give this to Megan.
But this certainly feels like this was part of a recreational activity here in the state of California.
Right.
A list like this might come from that.
Things that don't make sense. Yep.
Yeah.
Versus just things.
Things that don't make sense. Space and planets.
But then if you keep going, you're gonna make a list just like
Pools on boats.
things. Can I just make a list of things? Yeah. Can I still do that? Oh, things. Oh, genocide. Oh, genocide.
That's a thing.
Female architects. Oh.
This one's short. March 29th, 2015.
Wow.
9:04 a.m. So right at the beginning of the workday.
Early riser. Early work riser. Everybody should be at work by that time. I'm just telling you.
That's when we approximately when we get started here at Mythical.
We expect that.
All we have is one line, no title. Little cup industry.
That's cute. Little cup industry.
Little cup industry.
Little cup
Little cup
industry.
industry.
This is Wire, man. You're a weirdo. Honey.
Little cup industry.
He's in his artsy-fartsy world of
Yeah. Well, also industry though.
industrial design.
It's where business meets art.
Right.
Little cup industry.
That's right where Dwyer lives, man. That's where he thrives.
LCI. Okay. All right. We're locked in. Megan, are we right?
No.
We're
What?
We're not.
Incorrect.
We're not. Okay. So I think we have.
See, this is what I said was hers. It's a show. She's pitching a show.
Okay,
She's a writer, for God's
Are we
sake.
right?
Yeah.
See,
Oh, you buy it?
and then
Oh yeah. Well, tell us more about it.
We'll talk after this. Yeah.
Tell us more about it.
No,
Give us the elevator pitch. Is it what beyond the stool? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, beyond the stool. Everyone submits stool samples beforehand, and you go by texture, what's in there, if there's any drugs or whatever, I guess.
Similar
Yeah.
or complementary?
Well, that's the question.
That's a
That's
good
what we're
question. I
testing.
think we would need to get a doctor for that. Like we'd have an expert.
I'm getting off on floor 1 of your elevator pitch. I want to know if this should be Jesse, because you make a lot of things, you deal with a lot of things, you probably need to have a lot of list of things, but none of these are.
But I think she might be little cup industry though.
This is 2015.
Did she ever start a little cup industry?
She
ever started genocide?
She could definitely make some little cups. I think we should switch these, yeah.
I feel that way.
Yeah, switch that. And now, Jesse, are you little cup industry?
Oh, dang!
Both of these are 2015. Wait. Who's a little cup?
Just switch them back, I guess.
We gotta switch them back. Okay.
Are you micronations, genocides, and female architects? Okay.
Jesse, what's wrong with you?
I think these are potential thesis topics.
Oh, you were studying.
Yeah, I majored in architecture.
Oh.
I don't know about the genocide stuff. That has not a lot to do with architecture.
Yeah, right. That would have been a stretch, but
You majored in architecture.
Yeah,
Okay.
kind of like liberal arts approach to.
what do you think about this place?
Structurally, leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah, we have
A lot of leaks.
we got a lot of leaks. Still working on the leaks.
Pretty.
Yeah, it's very pretty. Yeah.
Dwyer, this is you, right? Little cup industry.
You are correct.
Yes. All right. So this is way back in 2015
This
too.
is way, way back.
What do you remember?
I remember not writing this. This is literally the oldest note on my phone, and I don't really use the Notes app. I just I barely even swiped. It was just, this is the oldest one I had.
Look up, there it is. Well, how does it make you think?
And
You think someone else wrote that? Like the person at the Apple store? Let me show you how the Notes apps work. I'll give you a little
first thing
cup
I can
industry.
think of.
The only thing I can think of is just I was either interviewing for a job and seeing a Dixie cup water cooler thing, and I was just little cups.
Industry.
This is a year before I got hired here, so I think I was
could
just
be a
getting ready
whole
for
business.
thinking a certain way.
Whole
Yeah,
business,
yeah.
right. Since then, yeah.
So Taylor, we've absolutely nailed you.
Really, right off the bat. I don't know how you did it.
All right. So this was 2020. This is Thanksgiving.
Just brief.
You were on vacation.
Yep.
It's not our business what you were doing with your time. But have you figured any of these things
it
that
doesn't
don't
make
make
sense
sense?
now.
Like go through each of these and tell us if you've made any more sense of them.
Well, the name Dick, that's never going to be solved, I don't think.
Yeah.
Bluetooth, I don't understand it.
What
Space
about
and
5G?
well, no.
Yep.
That was lost on me.
Yep, good.
Space and planets. There's science behind that. I just don't care to understand it. Glass. How do you heat up sand and that's what you get?
Yeah, it's a liquid. It's actually slowly melting.
That's pretty cool.
I don't get that. Fish. I don't know what that's about.
You don't get fish.
I don't. Cameras. I understand that I am a camera operator for this company.
Are you sure?
No.
A good proportion of these are things that you use to do your job.
I don't really know why I wrote babies. Erasers, I don't get that. Like you just apply force, it disappears. Pulls on boats for what you said, you're already in the water.
Yep, right.
That's excessive. I don't need. Candles, where does the wax go?
Brett liked that question.
It combusts.
I don't believe
Yeah.
that. And then the cookie icing that hardens. The one where you see on TikTok and there's always somebody prodding at something and it smooths it all out. Why is it any different?
You're talking about the pomade, fondant.
Fondant.
I don't know.
No,
Fondant.
that's
Are you
different.
talking about
Fondant
the
is like what they put on cakes to make it look like things. And
Yeah.
then it's just
Yeah,
liquid,
this
and
does
then it
start as
dries
liquid.
and it hardens.
And that's why it's on my list.
I don't get that either. Boy, I'm gonna be thinking about that. And the little
something
cup
about
industry all afternoon.
It goes all the way to the top to 5G.
Okay, I'm choosing to hang out with Taylor.
You don't want genocides?
That's what this is really
Stool
about.
samples?
It's like
I don't even use little.
I prefer being with people who know just as little as I do.
We can all do our part to protect our planet and make it a little more mythical. Grab the Make It a More Mythical World tee for a limited time only at mythical.com.